Hey there, I'm Samantha, the Digital Nomad Career Coach, and I teach aspiring digital nomads how to find fully remote work opportunities and build location-independent lifestyles. Today, I'm going to go over 8 simple ways that you can build your remote work connections on LinkedIn. When I was searching for remote work, LinkedIn was an essential tool in connecting with the right people, finding all remote companies, and leveraging my connections in my job applications. LinkedIn is a really easy platform to get started on if you haven't before. I found that people have a love or totally hate relationship with LinkedIn. They're either like me and they self-identify as a total LinkedIn nerd who loves to update their profiles and share their resources and their announcements on LinkedIn. And then there's some people who are like, oh my gosh, another social media platform, I can't handle it. I'm here to tell you that if you are looking for remote work, or if working remotely is partially part of your goal, I highly suggest you create and build a LinkedIn profile and LinkedIn network that can help you get in touch with the right people and companies so that you can find those remote work opportunities and start your life and start your career as a digital nomad. So today, I'm going to go over 8 simple ways that will help you build your remote work connections on LinkedIn. These steps are for people who already have a LinkedIn profile. So if you don't have a LinkedIn profile yet, start there and then come back and watch this video once you're ready to start building your LinkedIn network. So the first simple way that you can start to build your remote work connections on LinkedIn is to follow remote companies. On LinkedIn, you can do a search for remote companies and find out companies that are all remote. When you go to those company pages, you can click the follow button, and that will make sure that all of those company announcements come into your LinkedIn newsfeed. If you're looking for lists of remote companies so that you can get started, you can head over to my website, which is www.career-reroute.com, and you can check out my remote job board. On that job board, I'm constantly updating a massive list of all remote companies that are perfect for digital nomads looking for remote work. So you could use that list of remote companies as a starting point to then go and find those companies on LinkedIn and follow their company pages. Another simple way that you can start to grow your LinkedIn connections for remote work is to join remote work groups. LinkedIn has this really cool feature called groups, where anyone can start a group to collect information and to invite people who are interested in a similar topic. One of my favorite remote work groups on LinkedIn is called Remote Workers on LI, and it's fantastic. Right now, I think it has about 35,000 members, and it's a huge mix of people who work remotely, people who work at companies who work remotely, and people who are looking for their next remote job. So if you are either a remote employee or you're looking for remote work, I highly suggest you join that group. I also have my own LinkedIn group. It's called Digital Nomad Jobs, if you want to check it out. I'm in there pretty often posting links to jobs that I find or resources that I'm sharing on my blog. The third way that you can simply start to build your LinkedIn connections for remote work is start connecting with a message. When you are finding people on LinkedIn that you want to connect with, there's 2 options. You can either just click the connect button and send them a request, or you can add a message to your request. I highly suggest you connect with a message. In your message, you can consider saying something like, "Hi, my name's Samantha, and I'd love to connect with you to learn more about your work at," and then whatever company they work at. "Thanks for your time." This is a really small note that you can add to your connection request that really makes it way more personal. And when you're connecting with remote people, remote employees on LinkedIn, you might not actually know them. You just want to connect with them and learn about their work and learn about their companies. So it's really important to add this message to your connection request so that they feel like you are genuine about the connection and that you really care about connecting and learning from them. Fourth way that you can simply start to grow your LinkedIn network, specifically for remote work, is to start using InMail. Now, if you have LinkedIn Premium, there's a feature that you can use called InMail, which allows you to send longer, like email-like messages to connections. This is a really great way to connect with hiring managers for jobs that you're applying for, CEOs at companies that you've applied to be able to introduce yourself and give them almost like a shortened cover letter introduction of yourself and why you are reaching out and why you've applied to their company. Personally, if I'm not in the job search, I don't pay for LinkedIn Premium. However, when I was job searching last year, specifically for remote work, I did pay for LinkedIn Premium for about a month, maybe 2 months. I found that this InMail feature was really helpful when I had specific hiring managers and CEOs that I wanted to reach out to. So if you're in the middle of a remote work search, I highly suggest checking out LinkedIn Premium and perhaps trying out the free trial for a month to see if it's fitting for the kind of search that you're doing. Okay, 5th tip, follow hashtags. Here's another low barrier, quick and easy to implement thing that you can start on LinkedIn to grow your network. Just like you follow companies that are remote, you can follow related hashtags so that you're curating the news and information that comes in your LinkedIn feed. Some of the hashtags that I follow are hashtag remote, hashtag digital nomads, hashtag work from home. There's hashtags for everything on LinkedIn. So search for a couple of things that you think might be related to your industry and to remote work so that you can start to see new hiring announcements and conversations coming through your feed. When those conversations do start coming into your feed, start commenting on them. And that's the step number 6 on how you can grow your network on LinkedIn. Engagement on LinkedIn is huge. When you engage with your network on LinkedIn, you go from just simple connections to building real relationships. When you see an interesting post come through your feed on LinkedIn, there's a couple ways you can engage. You can like the post, you can share the post with your network and add a little comment, or you can just comment back to the author and let them know how much you appreciated them sharing that, or ask them a follow-up question. Think of these as like water cooler chats with your friends at work. At work, in an office, when you're walking down the hallway, you have time to catch up and share information with your colleagues. With remote teams, it's a little bit different. You don't have that same running into each other at the water cooler kind of thing happening. So think about these feeds and these comment conversations as ways that you can organically build relationships with your LinkedIn network. In addition to commenting, tip number 7 is to post about your own experience. If you are looking for a job, if you've seen an interesting article online, if you have some insights you'd like to share about your industry, post it on LinkedIn. There's a couple of different ways you can share on LinkedIn with long form and short form posts. Both formats are great ways to get your information out there, to start conversations in the industry you want to work in, and to further build those connections with your network. And finally, tip number 8 is to respond to the engagement on your posts. If someone is letting you know that they really like what you've shared, or they're asking you a question on your post, make sure that you respond to them. Even a simple thank you or a like of their comment is a way to let those connections know, hey, like this person hears me, they've seen my comment, they are engaged with me. And in the future, that makes them more likely to reach out to you if they see a job that might be a good fit, or at least just feel more connected on the LinkedIn platform. So just a quick recap about the 8 simple ways that you can work on building your remote work connections on LinkedIn. Number 1, follow remote companies. Number 2, join remote work groups. 3, connect with a message. 4, use InMail if you have LinkedIn Premium. 5, follow hashtags. 6, comment on threads. 7, post your experience. And 8, respond to engagement on your own posts. If you're looking for remote work, start thinking about LinkedIn as your primary connection platform. LinkedIn is going to be the place where you can connect with people working at the companies you want to work with, where you can see newly remote job postings updated all the time, and when you can learn from and connect with other professionals who are working remote jobs that you want to work in. If you're looking for remote companies that you want to work for, or if you're in the remote job search right now, I highly suggest you check out my website, career-reroute.com. I have tons of information over there about all remote companies that are hiring digital nomads, ways that you can tailor your resume and your cover letter specific for remote work, and more LinkedIn strategies like these to help you continually grow your network. So I will see you over there. Again, my name's Samantha. I'm the Digital Nomad Career Coach, and I'm excited to help you and other aspiring digital nomads find fully remote work opportunities. Talk soon.